Hi, Seven Gray. This is the first day that you are working on the invertebrate chapter. And what you're going to be doing is ultimately filling out this note sheet, but really trying to learn as much as you can about sea sponges because they are pretty interesting. So you should have already gotten this note sheet, and if you haven't, it's linked below if you want to print out a color copy of it. And there's some things on this note sheet that you guys are going to need to know about sponges. First of all, characteristics. So what traits do all sponges have in common? The second part is how do sponges as animals obtain their needs? In other words, their needs are getting food. So you'll want to talk a little bit about getting food. You might want to mention about how they get oxygen because that's one of their needs. Homeostasis is a need. So any of those things that you can talk about, the jobs that these animals do to stay alive. Movement. So, you want to comment on the movement of these animals. Now, adult sponges don't move, but it might be different for sponges earlier in their development. So, you might want to make a little comment about that. And finally, their body plan. So, in this part, you're going to want to mention what kind of symmetry they have. So, are these animals asymmetric? Do they have radial or do they have bilateral symmetry? And the other thing you're going to want to mention about the body plan is, do they have, what kind of cells do they have? Do they have tissues? Do they have organs, organ systems? The whole deal. So anything that makes them a little bit interesting is what you're going to write about here. So, you'll get some of this information from the Brain Pop video, so you can pause and add it. In task 2, I give you guys some pages from a textbook that you can look at and get most of the rest of the information. And then once you get all that done, there's some videos. Watch the Jonathan's World video on sponges because it's really cool. And then there's a few more videos linked that if you have time, in other words, if you have more than half the period left, you'll have time to watch those extra videos, so you should do it. So that was really all I had to say in introduction to this. I expect you to do your best work. I expect you to be focused, and hopefully you will get both sponges and cnidarians done in this period today.